There we go. Okay, perfect. And then that goes like that. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now I can hear my game. Awesome. I just had to mess around with my virtual audio cables, but now we're good. Okay. This may be a problem. Huh. This may be a big problem. I am noticing a shit ton of stuttering now in my game. It's just a metric shit ton. Let me see if it just goes away if I disable the what I did for now. It could just be a Destiny thing that's doing right now. Okay. It's still going on. That's weird. Why are you stuttering? Maybe I need to restart my game or something like that just to see if that fixes it. It's just being funny. Okay. Fade tormentor. Nobody likes you. I don't know why I'm getting this stuttering. This is really weird. I turned off my my setting for changing the clocks and everything like that, so I don't know why it's doing this. I thought maybe that was it. I wasn't having this issue in the tower or anything at all, so. Or at least I didn't notice it, I should say. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, okay. Okay. Yep, that's death. That was death.
There's got to be a way to destroy these blights. We can't let more of them form.
Yeah, I might restart my game after this, see if I can fix this stuttering. I mean, if the restart alone fixes it, then that's amazing. But, I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay. Shit. Let's see, there's something I can do in the meantime. No, don't research. Okay. Just trying to do something, but alright. I'm not used to those things being there. This is the first time they've been there in like forever. We always get rid of them. I'm so not used to those being there. It's just weird having them there. I've done this like Nightfall so many goddamn times. I'm just so not used to those being there. Speaking of Nightfalls, it looks like Bungie is contradicting themselves yet again, and they're bringing back Nightfalls, which is something they never should have done in the first place. But I guess they're finally bringing them back, in a manner of speaking. I'm trying to remember exactly what wording they used, but they did a tweet today, and we can go over it later today. But basically, they are releasing this new tab, I guess, in the portal, and it's going to be called Vanguard Alerts, I think is what it's called. And it's going to have a bunch of different playlists. One of the primary ones being the return of Nightfalls. And they're going to have like Grandmaster Nightfalls and shit like that returning, and it's going to be on a rotator from what we understand, and it's going to give you particular like tier 3 to like tier 4 drops, I think they said, and it's going to give you particular like seasoned weapons and all sorts of those things. And I guess the GM Nightfalls are going to be finally returning, so I just kind of find it funny that Bungie, like, they said all of these things, like, when Edge of Fate launched, and even post-launch on Edge of Fate, about how, you know, this is the future of Destiny, and this is what we're doing, and we're doing this, you know, in the perspective of trying to make things better. We're trying to, you know, improve the lifespan of the game, or whatever bullshit reasons they gave us, right? And they keep contradicting themselves and going back on what they previously said. And now they're bringing, you know, yet again, another thing that they removed or vaulted on purpose, and they're putting it back into the game because they saw everybody bitch about it, and now they're trying to grasp at every little straw they can, trying to get their community to come back, which it's all their fault that they left in the first place, because they took out the core elements that everybody loved about Destiny 2. Let me explain it to you, how you should not be balancing your game. You do not. Okay, well, your game is plummeting. And when you're a game developer and you see that your game is losing its player base, that usually means that you need to drop another big content update if you have a loyal community, right? And you need to do some more shit, do some marketing, do a whole bunch of shit like that, or you need to take some risks and change some things, and something isn't working out for you. So what Bungie did is they finally decided, alright, we're going to take some risks and we're going to change some things and we're going to see what people think of it. Here's the problem. When we wanted them to take risks and make changes, because we did, we said that, that's what we wanted, we never ever meant for them to change the exact core elements of the game, of the elements that we have loved since day one of Destiny, and the reasons that we got into Destiny. You know, like one of the reasons we love Destiny 2 is, you know, we like doing raids and dungeons in a MMO, you know, FPS model. What's the first thing they do at Edge of Fate? Basically make all raids and dungeons worthless. Okay, cool. You know, next thing that we do is we're like, alright, well, we love Nightfalls, and we like, you know, build crafting, and we like, you know, going into Grandmasters and farming that for rotator rewards and everything like that, and it gives us something to do every week. What's the first thing they do? Fucking, alright, we're gonna completely vault Nightfalls, and we're gonna take them away. That's a great idea, Budgie. Alright, sure. Fine. Whatever. We'll get over it. Next, we're like, okay, here's our other little thing that we really don't like about the game, is we do not like having to do the exact same activity over and over and over and over again. And, you know, it gets a little bit tiresome. And that's why we liked it when they started letting us to do all these different exotic missions on Rotator, and Nightfalls on Rotator, and raids on Rotator, dungeons on Rotator, everything on Rotator, and we had all these different options finally for pinnacles, right? So that was nice. What's the first thing they do in Edge of Fate? Fuck all of that. No. We're going back in full bore into you're doing the exact same activity over and over and over again. And you're gonna like it. No, we do not like it actually. No. Like, what part of you guys thought that was a brilliant idea? I just want to meet the person who said that. I want to meet the person who said this is going to be a great idea. Like, sir, I think you need to be checked out. Because that is not a great idea. Not at all. I'm switching. Let me see here. Okay, I am going to grab this, and then I'm going to restart my game. And then I'm gonna hope that that fixes my stuttering issue. I'm a hope. Alright, let me restart my game and see if that fixes it. Alright, let me turn that off. You're working. Rico says I should try giving it one frequency core. Let's see if that fixes it. Alright. I texted Rico about it because he's the one who recommended I should try doing this again. So I texted him. I'm like, well, what do you think I should do if Destiny 2 all of a sudden is now throwing a knip shit? He says I should try doing one frequency core, and that may fix it. So give me a second here. Okay, there we go. Let's try if that works. So I gave it 1 frequency core. And it's still got all the 3D cores. And I gave it its very own frequency core. So let's see if it likes that. But it may just not work. But, you know, I wanted to try it. Which technically it does work. It does give me more frames. It's just a stuttering mess. I'm assuming it's just because of the engine, and it just gets really pissed off when I try to do that kind of shit. It's not meant to be running like that. And this game cannot handle it. Because, you know, it's dumb. That's the simplest way I can explain that. Is Destiny dumb? That's the best way I can explain it. Okay, the coil, presage, midtown, 3 completion rewards, 1 mid-activity reward. Okay. Fire team ops. Alright, let me go to D2 SPs. Oh, I got this stupid AR again. Alright, let me see if I get a decent roll. Yeah, heal clip burning ambition. I mean, that's something, I guess. And this is 490. Okay. Let me go to the tower again quickly. I just want to try this. Come on. Hold in. Need to test things. I need to test if game is gonna throw a knip shit. It's like, I think it's hard to test in the tower. Because like with the tower, it's still like the frames are still inconsistent, but that's just Destiny. That's just Destiny doing Destiny things. There's really nothing I can do about that. The frames are going to be inconsistent. Okay, if I go stand in at that same spot. Yeah. I mean, right? It's kind of... It's definitely inconsistent. It's so weird. It's jumping anywhere from 200 to like 240 frames. I'm just standing still. It's just jumping. Which tells me I think it's still having issues. I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can feel the stuttering in the tower. I think I kinda do, but it's nowhere near as bad. Yeah, I feel it a little in the tower now that I'm like actually looking for it. I do feel it. Yeah, okay, I don't think this is gonna work. It's fine though. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm going to go to orbit and then let me launch a solo ops quickly. I'm just doing this just because I want to see if it's still gonna do a lot of funky shit. If it does, and I will go in here and I will just say,
We're go for your run. Remember, Guardian, if
We're good for my run, yay. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, it's still doing it. It's definitely like better, but it's still being funny. Hi, how you doing? Okay, fuck off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Now it's really doing it. Before it wasn't so bad. Now, like, the more I'm kind of like, the more I turn and the more shit that there is on the screen, the more it starts really doing it. Alright. Think I may need to go back to not doing that. But, you know. I mean, technically, if you like stuttering, then, you know, I can give you more frames, but if you're one that doesn't really like stuttering, then it probably won't work for you. It's like a lot of like mini micro stutters, you know, so it's something that you guys probably aren't even seeing. It's something that you guys probably can't even like look at and go like, oh, hey, okay, I can see a lot of stutters here. Like for you guys, it probably looks normal. But for me, like I'm actually like playing it, it's just like hard to ignore. So technically, this isn't even helping me at all. I could have changed the modifiers, but whatever. I mean, I still need a chest piece that's 500, so, you know, it's not completely useless. Alright. Go away. Oh, no, what the hell? Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. God damn it. I wanted to slide into consecration. Why did you not want to do that? That's like one of the most annoying things when it just doesn't want to fucking work. I think that's literally like the most annoying bug as a Titan is when consecration just does not want to cooperate. You do all the inputs correctly, and it just decides, like, you know what? I'm good. Ow. Okay. Come on, you bitch. No, you want me to go smack this thing? Okay, fine. Alright. I need you dead. Give me a chest piece. At least that's something I can work with. That is not a chest piece, sir. Does that look like a chest piece? That doesn't look like a chest piece.
I don't feel as invincible as I used to. Not with the vest.
Cold steel, sharp harvest. On this thing, I don't really want sharp harvest. On this thing, I think I want flash counter and cold steel. But you know, that's just me. The game thinks I'm probably being too picky. Okay, I changed it over and I'm just gonna restart the game. That still doesn't work and it doesn't fix the stutters. I may just need to restart my PC. That may be the entire problem, is my PC just wants a restart today. That might just be all it is. But there is a couple other things I could try. It's always something with this game, you know? It's always something. Alright. Let's see some thing done in there. Okay. Let's go to. Where do I want to go to? Is there anything? Yeah, I need a chest piece. No, fuck it. I feel like all my bonus drops are already like fucking gone. I just don't have that many. I wish these had fucking matchmaking, but they don't. I'd have to sit there in LFG for fucking forever trying to get a result. Okay, well, I do need to do the Grandmaster shit, so I could work on that. That would still help me out a little bit. So I could do that. Okay, well, let me go to my portal. Go to here. Okay, so I did Delve, and I did Whisper. So I need Fallen Saber, Glassway, Fick Rolls, and Spire. Okay. So let's just try to do that then. Is it Pinnacle? I think it is. No, Fire Team. Or not. World. Fucking I can never remember. Okay, here we go. So Fallen Saber. So there you go. Let's work on that. Calling all Guardians. Experience requested. Sure. Need Titan. Why not? Titans are good. So just always need a Titan. Fucking hell, Fallen Saber is... I think go for an anti-barrier? I believe? There, you can have an invite. Do I want my sword for this, or do I want an LMG? His name is Snap into a Slim Jim. Are you shitting me? That's great. I love it. I'm gonna tell him that. I love the name. That's a great name. Fucking, I can't hate him on it. Like, I can't hate that. That's a great name. Oh, Jesus. It's like, thanks. Yeah, it's great. Fucking, dude, you got the best name right there. Fucking awesome. D1 Dreadnought Alliance. Fucking, why does that clan sound familiar? I feel like that sounds familiar. I don't know, it just sounds really familiar. Fucking, you know, before I'd be able to like remember all the fucking clans and shit. Now, no. Am I able to click buttons? Please? Oh my fucking god, I hate this game. Is there somebody not able to do this? Like, is that the fucking issue right now? Okay, there we go. Add that on, add that on, go. Good enough. I really like my ear-tied Apex, so I'm just using that.
Guardian, we've picked up a high-gain transmission. Origin point is somewhere along the coast, near the Cosmos.
That's Rasputin, the AI warmind. If I'm understanding him correctly, it's a distress call. There are so few ballet fans left, Guardian. It'd be a shame to lose him.
Okay. Let's go. This isn't necessarily helping with my power grind, but I need to get these done for my Guardian rank, so. Little boopage. Come on. Okay, he really don't like me. What did I do to you? Come on. Well, I was right about the overload part. I love how my phone keeps beeping because I guess people are trying to get in touch with me and some shit. Whoa, okay, just get flown across the goddamn map, alright. I have to shut my phone off in a minute. Oh, okay, well that works. Really? Okay. Guess I'm not allowed. Yeah, I got more challenges to complete. Okay, let's go. Oh, fuck. You bitch. Come on. You shoveled. Hey, we done? All right. Oh, right. Forgot about that part. Just grab it when you're ready, buddy. You'll be fine, I promise. Ish. Okay, I lied to you. Okay, I'll do it. It's fine. Come on. There we go. Shit. I love tracking so much. Tracking is great. Oh, and that guy. Okay. I'm gonna go in now. Oh. Nope, I meant to consecrate, but alright, fine. Whatever. Orbeez. Hi guys, how you doing? And boom. That one's gone, that one's gone, and that one's gone. Let's go. Hey, go away. Somebody invited you. I gotta admit, this is probably one of my favorite GMs. I like this one. It's kind of like very simple and very fast, but it's also really cool. Like, I like this boss room. And it's also like kind of challenging, or it can be, right? So, I like this one. I'm glad they turned it into a conquest so we could still do it. Here. Now go away now. Ow. I mean, don't fling me across the map. Stupid tracer shank. Oh, no, he's dead. Oh, shit. Explosive shanks. Those are scary. Ow. Yeah, he touched. Does any of this actually help me? 501. Yeah, some of it does. Seasonal challenge complete. Yay. 500 chess piece finally. Yay. Good. Here, you get a thingy. You get a thingy. I'm leaving. Alright, give me my seasonal challenge. What was that? Just, oh, complete 3 things. Okay. $200. Okay, you suck. Oh, and that. Okay. And all the weeklies and the dailies for that. Very cool. I guess that helps me a little bit. What's the next? Yeah, that's a whole separate thing I have to do, but... Okay, the next one is Glassway. Okay. We can do that. Who done that? Rico, you bitch. You are a bitch. What did I do to deserve that? What did I possibly do to deserve that? You a bitch. I did nothing. Yeah, you did a lot of something. You know exactly what you did. It's been a few days. Whose fault is that? Not mine. This is not my fault. That's on you. It's all your fault. Everything is your fault. Hey, where'd my mouse go? Mr. Mouse. Fuck. Okay, fine. I'll restart D2. You have a weird delay today or something? What do you mean a weird delay? Why would you say I have a weird delay? Like on Twitch? Test. Do I have a weird delay? I don't know. I counted like 14 seconds before messages show up. Oh. That is a weird delay, because usually my delays are not that big. I mean, I haven't touched anything in Atom. I haven't done anything, so I don't know. Let me check my output settings. Let me check my shit. Because I haven't touched anything, and it's directly connected to my Twitch. Yeah, 8,000 bitrate. My preset is on best quality. I'm not messing with any other shit. Keyframes too. Stream encoder is fine. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, everything's the same as it always is. I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, it's definitely longer than normal. I have no idea what would even be causing that, because I have not touched a damn thing. I swear. I did nothing. I did absolutely nothing. I'm not sure. I thought at first the sounds were broke, but then it happened. Oh. I have no idea. I mean, does it say on my stream, like in the Twitch stats, that everything are on low latency and everything like that right now? Because it should tell you in that if everything is running good. Because I think everything's fine. I'm not seeing any issues over here on my end. Yeah, it says on low latency, yeah. So I don't know what. I can check my latency and my speed and everything through my ISP. See if there's any issues going on there. Let's see here. My latency is 2. And my speeds are normal. So I don't know. Why is my mouse not working in Destiny right now? What the fuck is this? Mouse? My mouse is just not responding in Destiny right now. It's gonna unconnect it, reconnect it. Unconnect is not a word, but looks like you got a controller plugged in. Oh, that's a thing. I forgot about that. There we go. Thank you. I always forget that's a thing where some games don't like it plugged in, even though you haven't touched it. It's mainly a Steam thing. It's Steam that always gets pissy about that shit. It's probably because I might have like Steam input or something on and it's getting all pissy about it. That's probably exactly what it is, actually, is I probably have Steam input on, and if I turned it off, it'd probably fix itself. No, I don't care about game recording or anything. Yeah, I think that's what it was. But okay, it should be good now. We're gonna hope. Alright. How's your day going though, Rico? How's everything going on over there? Yeah, I tried to mess with my cores. It increased my frames by a lot, and it was doing really good, but it kept causing stuttering issues, so I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna turn it off. Which sucks, but yeah, is what it is. I mean, if you like micro stutters, then I mean, it will work great. You'll love it. Okay, what? Oh yeah, should I do the other Grandmasters? Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that. Let's go do Glassway. Create World Conquests. So I don't know how much attention you've been paying to Destiny recently, Rico, if any. I expect you probably haven't been paying any attention. But they are reverting their previous statements yet again, and they're bringing back Nightfalls. Yeah, they're bringing them back. Yeah, so they're slowly, I guess, going back on their word on a lot of things, and they're now finally bringing back Nightfalls. So they're bringing in this new thing in the portal that they're calling what do they call it? Vanguard alerts. Here, hold up. Let me pull up the twit, and then you can see exactly what we're talking about here. Destiny news. There it is. Destiny news. Wait, what is this? Renegade content calendar. Hold up, I haven't seen this yet. Alright. The Edge of Fate, 9.1.0, portal increase, further portal reward. Where we are going, okay. Renegades campaign, lawless frontier activity, exotic mission, new dungeon, new weapon, new exotic. 300 power catch up, return player bonus rewards, universal. Whoa, wait. They're talking about the vault already. Okay, this is like the first confirmation I think we've had of the vault changes, because I've been looking and they haven't said anything. Okay, so they're increasing the vault by plus 300 slots, and then they're improving the sorting. That's it? Okay. We waited all of that time for an announcement on this whole vault thing, where they were being super fucking quiet and basically trying to say in their own words like, oh yeah, we're redoing the vault, we're rehauling it, and all we get is plus 300 spaces. Y'all couldn't have just said that? Like, you literally could have said that at any point. Okay, sure. New solo ops, our team ops return to the Sunless Cell, introducing arena ops, 6-player activity, return to Mars Obscura. Okay, portal rewards and cosmetics refresh, weapons, armor, solar fire team ops, yada yada yada. Vanguard alert playlist, so that's what we're about to go over, but I saw this and I got curious. Heavy metal is returning, mid-season call to arms, surges reward boost, more Iron Banner dawning, foundry weapon sponsorship, interesting. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, we're gonna go through this, but I'm first gonna show you guys what I'm talking about with the Vanguard alerts. I don't know why they didn't show this shit in the fucking TWID today, but whatever. Okay, Zero Kelvin has more than what I've been watching of Destiny. Kind of hard to do more when you keep firing people. That's true. They kind of got to stop laying people off. I'm not seeing anything. It's like, yes, I'm coming back. No. No, you all need to come back. Alright. So this is what I was talking about, chat. So they've got... That's not what I wanted to do. So they got this new, apparently like this new tab in the portal or whatever called Vanguard Alerts. And I guess this is going to be near where all your conquests and all of that kind of shit is going to be. And I guess they're going to have like some PvP shit there. They're going to have the latest dungeon in there, the latest raid in there. And then they're going to have like the Grandmaster Nightfall of the week or whatever. And it's just going to be rotators. So fancy name GM's got it. Pretty much. That's pretty much exactly what it is. It's Nightfalls and shit coming back. They're just putting it in a portal tab now and trying to give it a fancy new name. You can gain like free bright dust from doing some of the activities in this tab. You can get like seasonal bonus powerful rewards. You can get, you know, weapons at like extra origin traits. The weapons you earn from completing each stage will be like tier 3 or above based on your account power. All that kind of shit. Is the dungeons and the raids in the portal yet, or is it just Kepler stuff? So far, I think they've got... So if I go here, I believe they have Desert Perpetual in the portal right now, but that's like pretty much the only thing. It's just like the Kepler, and then they've got like Desert Perpetual fucking somewhere. I don't even remember where. There it is. And that's it. So they don't have any raids. They don't have any dungeons in here yet. They don't have... So basically, like if you remember when Edge of Fate launched, or when it was about to launch, Bungie literally went and they were like, okay, so we're going to add this portal thing and this portal tab, and it's going to be pretty blank at launch. It's just going to have Kepler, which everybody was pissed off about, that Kepler is not going to be a proper destination, but whatever. It was just going to have Kepler and then the solo ops, fire team ops, all that kind of shit. But when they said that, they also said that they were going to add the raids and the dungeons and all of the other legacy content to the portal as well. And they were going to do that later on. So the fact that they still haven't done any of that is absolutely pitiful. And the thing that I really don't like is all of the raids and the dungeons in the game still give you armor 2.0 shit. They still don't even give you tier 1 armor in the new armor system. They haven't touched any of that shit. Literally since Edge of Fate has launched, they haven't done fucking shit to the raids or the dungeons or anything. They've only just announced a new dungeon coming out today, and that's it. They're not doing anything, and they haven't even said anything about that. Hang on. Like, hold up. Like, you know what? Let's go to that fucking calendar and see if they say anything about that. They say stuff about the new dungeon, vault space, portal rewards. Nothing. They say nothing in here about adding in the old dungeons and the raids and shit. Even though they said that before, like, Edge of Fate even launched. They said they were going to do all that shit, and they haven't done any of that yet. So, that's one of those things where I'm really upset they haven't done anything yet. I was expecting they were at least going to change some of the drops of the raids to give me like tier 3 or tier 2, or they were just going to chuck the raids in the portal or something, but no, nothing. They haven't done a damn thing. Telling me this long you still haven't added them to the portal? I hate it. Yeah, it's fucking terrible. It's stupid. They need, like, it's not even that it would be a pain in the ass. Like, some people are trying to act like, oh, well, it's hard, you know, it's game development, it's tricky. It's something that's already in the game. It's assets that are already important in the game. Put it in a fucking tab. Problem solved. It's not that hard. And don't try to convince me, oh no, you need 500 employees to put this into a fucking tab. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're telling me losing New World, but this is still going? I hate it. Yep. Yep. It's terrible. Hire me, I'll do it in a day. I know, right? Like, it's not hard yet. I've heard people like try to make those excuses, and they're like, well, you know, they keep laying people off, so it's hard to do that. And I'm like, I'm talking about a job. That's the easiest fucking thing in the world. Like, okay, changing all of the drops in every single raid and trying to balance it and try to figure out if you want it to give you tier 3 or tier 4 drops, or if you want encounter completions to give you these kind of drops or whatever. Okay, that's trickier. I get that. I'm talking about having the raids and the dungeons just in the fucking tab. But nothing. They haven't done that. Put a fucking icon on the screen and call it a day for all I give a shit. Like, just do that. But no. So it's lazy. They're like, come on. We probably have raids and dungeon in portal by lunch. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's dumb. It pisses me off. Okay, I want to look at this vault shit. So let's take a peek at this. Starting with Edge of Fate. Hold up. With Edge of Fate, we present a different vision for the core game. Once it's in to refocus on player act. I'm just gonna kind of read through this very quickly. The feedback made it clear that it was the wrong path for Destiny. Okay. Wait, how long has it been since Edge of Fate? Hold up. We're doing research. Hold up. How long did it take for us to finally get a fucking response from Bungie? Hold up. Okay, Edge of Fate launched when? Edge of Fate release date. Okay, Edge of Fate released in July 15th of 2025. When did we start losing player base to the point where it was a problem? Hold up, because now I'm getting pissy. Now I'm like, hold on. Okay. It was September 15th. September 15th was when we started plummeting. Yeah, I'm gonna say it was like September. Actually, no. It was the 5th. It was okay. So about the beginning of September is when it started to be a problem and we were losing a player base. It is now November 13th. You're telling me it took like 2 fucking months for us to get a goddamn response from Bungie? And this description is what we get. And they wonder why their game is dying. I just can't. Like how are you? Like what? Oh my god. Motherfucker moves whole houses faster than a response took. I know, right? I moved my entire household before I got a fucking response from Bungie. This is bullshit. I hate this. I hate this. Alright. Even if our execution had been perfect, and we see plainly that it was not. No shit. It is clear that grinding power will never be suitable for earning a trophy. Climbing through throwaway tiers en route to gear you want to build around isn't aspirational, and the portal itself surrenders too much of Destiny's feeling of place and exploration. These lessons and many others beside them have been taken to heart by our team over the last 3 months. From 9.0.0 on through 9.1.5, our focus across the entire team has been response to player feedback. Starting with the fastest changes and working through the more challenging ones. Our focus was on faster, better rewards, more player agency and activity choice, and removing barriers to playing with friends. Is that it? Wait. Is that it? Is that our response? Wait, hold up. Since Destiny launched over 10 years ago, it has always been a living, reactive world. There are successes and failures. We're grateful for the opportunities to explore different paths, learn from them, and with that clarity, build an inspiring new vision with and for our players as we work on plans and communications to address your feedback. Thank you for being on this journey with us as we reshape our strategy for the long-term future of the Destiny franchise. Okay, and then they say Dawning is in December, Arms Week is in January, Guardian Games is in March, Call to Arms April, Iron Banner and Heavy Metal are not yet announced, I guess. We are returning to a 3-week duration for larger seasonal events. Wow. Took fucking 2 months of our player base plummeting before we got a response. And we got this. I mean, this entire like sentence is utter bullshit. I don't care what anyone. That's bullshit. Them saying that their focus was on faster, better rewards, more player urgency and activity choice, and removing barriers to playing with friends. Them saying starting with fastest changes and working through the more challenging ones. Like what? Our focus across the entire team has been response to player feedback. I'm sorry. So you're telling me the current status of the portal is in response to player feedback? Really? Huh. What fucking Discord have you been reading? Because we have not been reading the same one. What the hell? Oh, we're gonna have some shorts tomorrow. Oh, motherfucker. Oh. I've done. You're joking, right? I just can't believe that. Wow. Wow. What's our current player base at? What's our number right this at? 110,000 players playing globally right now. And that's the response we get. I can't. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get to the vault thing. I know. I'm pissed. That just pisses me off. I've been saying for months now that they need to like actually respond to this shit, and they need to actually like start speaking out and saying something, and like, oh yay, we finally got a response. But that was literally like the worst fucking response ever. That's just fucking terrible. Back to Minesweeper instead of Destiny, dude. I'm almost there. Dude, I'm getting there. Let's just say this vault thing better be very good. Okay, an update December 2nd and December 9th. We'll continue to apply lessons to learn to Renegades in the core game. Some of these changes long-term feedback, while others are a continued iteration of feedback items from Edge Fate. You know it's not. Wider access to power progression, especially in expansion content. Players will be able to reach power cap directly through the Renegades activities if they wish. Finally, it's about time that you actually let us power through, you know, doing campaign stuff. Seasonal power and featured gear carrying across seasons. All exotic weapons and armor are now featured. Yeah, I do remember reading about that. I kind of understand the reasoning for that. See, the thing about that is I actually like the featured thing. I actually thought it was a really, really cool idea, but a lot of people hated it because they felt that for as strong of a buff as it felt like, they felt like it completely kind of changed the entire meta, and it kind of forced you upon using this thing throughout the entire game. I was more or less like, it's kind of like that anyway. So I didn't really understand why everybody was getting so pissed off about that. Because to me, I was like, they do that anyway. Like, that's how MMOs work. Every single season, there's a new meta. There's a weapon that's great. Or there's an armor piece that's amazing. You know, across the board. Like, that's just how it is. So to me, I was like, this is just Bungie kind of controlling it instead of the players trying to find something broken. You know, this is so to me, I was like, you know, I didn't see it as a big deal, but whatever. Just remove exotic from a feature list as a whole, give them a buff across the board. Yeah, you know, that might have been the best idea, but if they're all featured now, then fucking cool, awesome. Which is pretty much exactly what you said, Rico. So basically, they're all just getting a static buff across the board. Additionally, we're moving power catch-up from a chest needing manual pickup to organic drop. Sign in, play Renegades, catapult to 300 power, and play with your friends. So they're keeping the 300 chest. Pretty much. Okay. But instead of it being a chest, they're just basically going to make it where you sign in, you start doing your campaign or whatever, and immediately all your drops that you are getting are already 300 drops. So even if you're 10, now you just get 300 drops. But this way, now you can just go play Renegades or do the campaign right away without needing to go get the chest. Okay. I mean, that works. That's fine. Vault capacity and upgrades to ease pleasure. We have increased vault capacity by an additional 300 slots to 1,000. and we're working on more. Okay, so they're working on more. So they are saying that they're doing more for it. It's just this is what they're doing for the time being. Okay. In addition, the vault is now at a revamped filtering system to help what you're... Okay, so... Example, a vault with many items or whatever. Okay. So, basically, this is D1. Okay. Yeah, because now we can filter it by your miscellaneous shit, your armor, your weapons, and then all your items. And you have pages now. This literally just looks like D1. Okay. Except it's not like a certain amount of slots for armor and a certain amount of slots for weapon. It's just... Okay. I mean, that works. Example is holding features including tier, slots, power, highest, and lowest. So rarity, power, tier, slot, highest, lowest, date added. Okay, that's cool. We're opening up the fashion game. Players may now apply any owned exotic armor ornament of the same class and slot to their exotic armor in PvE activities. I'm sorry. Explain that again. How do you work on just changing a number in a config file? Well, you know, Bungie, but you can't do that much, you know. they're a little slow, you know. We already know this. They can't add a tab for raids and dungeons in the portal. Apparently that needs a shit ton of people, and that's a hard job. So, guess changing a config file is a little confusing for them. They're not the smartest of people. So just make ornaments global now? That's what I'm kind of trying to figure out, is if that's what they're doing, or... We're opening up the fashion game. Players may now apply any owned exotic ornament of the same class, so it has to be the same class, and slot to their exotic armor. Armors will now continue to show their base aesthetic in PvP activities to avoid confusion in combat. Oh, okay, that's a good idea. I think that's probably a good idea. Example of the Aeon Swift armor cosmetic stream with many ornaments to choose from. Okay. Interesting. Does that apply any exotic arm ornament to any exotic arms? That's kind of what I'm thinking it is. Yeah, that's because he says Aeon Swift using an ornament from Renewal Grasps. Interesting. Okay. I'm really unsure how I feel about that. I can't give an answer on that. I'm unsure how I feel about that because I'm like, that kind of... That's just weird. I can't give an opinion on that one. That's just weird to me. So like if I'm in a PvE activity with somebody and I'm in a fucking raid, I could be seeing them use an ornament that looks like fucking Curious, but in reality they're using Heart at Most Light or something. Or is it just your appearance is going to look the exact same? Because they say it's going to look the same in PvP activities. Or as their base aesthetic. Isn't that going to make it like a giant pain in the ass? Like, in some ways? Like, what about in the Verity encounter where it's literally all dependent on your fashion? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not a big deal. Like, just change it in Verity, but... I don't know. That's just weird. I'm sorry. That's just weird. I don't know if I like that. I get their idea. I do. I get the idea. I get the concept. They're trying to make it so people can wear whatever the fuck they want without having a penalty because it's an exotic. I get it. It's just weird. Yeah, I don't know. Numerous sandbox buffs to existing exotics, weapon and armor, getting it past to give you more reason to pull out old favorites or build craft out new ones. Okay. Reintroducing weekly objective support ritual. Okay, Vanguard alerts will work maximum nightfall vibes. Check out the tweet from earlier today. Arena ops ring 6 player activities. Okay, so this is an example of like challenges and stuff you get for doing the Vanguard alerts. And this is why they put it into the own tab. And they've kind of mixed some Crucible and Vanguard and some of the other stuff in there. They've basically just given you an entire list of challenges and you can do all of these. Are these all gonna be challenges that you can do across all activities? Or are some of these going to require you to go into a particular activity? That's my question, is because I remember we had this with the final shape where we had that fucking what was that tab called? I don't know. It was their alternative to, oh hey, we don't want to do bounties for vendors anymore, so now we're gonna have this separate tab. And it's going to do all these different challenges you can do across all the ritual playlists. Pathfinder. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Rico. But then, like, when they first launched it, it forced you to do PvP, and then it forced you to do PvE, and then they said it was going to be, like, something you could do across anything, and then they split it up, and I'm curious how that's going to work. Preview the Arena Ops Journal Lodge Group. Light Bearers executing Vanguard operations around Soul and crushing Earth's deadliest. Okay. I mean, more shit. Hold up, are we going back to the Leviathan? Okay. And then that's like Last Wish or something. And then that is... What the fuck is that again? I don't remember. Okay. Oh, Catch Crash. Oh. Okay. I bet they fired the guy who came up with design so they don't need to make new ones. Oh. Give people a reason to buy other ones for exotics they don't use. Yeah, that could be it. Pathfinder. I mean, I think that's probably something that will end up happening, Rico. You're right. It will give people a reason to buy ornaments for other exotics that they don't use. But also, I think everybody probably has a favorite ornament or a favorite exotic that they love. And the fact that now they could just use it whenever they want is probably gonna be a little funny. I'm kind of curious to see how that's gonna work out. An armor sets to earn across the portal, alongside new looks to earn Renegades content. We're adding multiple theme sets to expand upon your cosmetic chase. We can make an arena ops page, but no raid or dungeon page. Yeah. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. I'm starting to wonder if they're just gonna completely go the direction of, you know, we're just going to completely ignore what we said previously about the raids and the dungeons, and we're basically just gonna slowly phase those out. And our latest dungeon and our latest raid is pretty much all they're ever gonna care about again. And every other raid is basically just, every other raid or dungeon is basically just gonna get forgotten about. I'm starting to wonder that, because the fact that they're doing all these new portal tabs and shit now, and they're bringing back Nightfalls and all that stuff, but they can't add a goddamn tab for raids and dungeons, makes me kind of go like, okay, are we just not gonna talk about this? Like, because in their roadmap they don't say a damn thing about it. So I like this tab though. This is nice. I do like this. I always hated the sorting in D2's like vault. So this is good. I like that they're increasing the vault space. When they say they're working on more, I don't think that that's them saying, oh, okay, we're just gonna add more vault space. I think that's them saying that we are still gonna rehaul this, but it's just not gonna be happening anytime soon. That's probably what that is. I don't know how they're going to rehaul it, but the fact that they just went through all this work of sorting it means that it's a stepping stone to something. What that something is, I don't know. Okay. Well, I like that we're getting more vault space, and it means that I don't really need to like worry too much going into Renegades, because I'll have 300 slots open, so I'll be good. Okay, that's, yeah, that cosmetic thing is strange. It just makes me wonder. Yeah, it really does. But, okay. More vault space, yay! We finally got word about it. It took for fucking ever, but... yeah, but, okay. So... as we continue to act on your feedback, we're taking additional time to craft our long-term strategy for the future of Destiny before we share a full state of game and multi-year roadmap next year. Okay, so they are confirming that Destiny is still going to be a thing for multiple years? I'm guessing? Like, okay. You guys sound awfully confident for a game that's fucking dying. New World said something and then it didn't. Well, let's see. I'm just kind of like, I'm not really believing anything that Bungie is saying right now. I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. Basically, most of the shit that they said in Edge of Fate, they've completely just like given up on, or they fell back on their word, or they contradicted themselves by now. So I don't believe anything that's coming out of their mouth right now. I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. I'm not gonna go crazy and say, see, it's confirmed Destiny's gonna be alive for multiple more years. No, Sony could still say fuck you. Which I don't think Sony would take down the Destiny servers, but I do think Sony might might go to Bungie and be like, hold up, we're not doing this whole multiple year roadmap thing with more DLCs and shit. We're not doing that shit. Like, y'all fucked up. Don't think you're taking more money from us. That's not how this goes. I will forever be upset about that. I will forever be upset about New World shutting down. I still can't believe it's shutting down, man. That's, like, it's so sad. Next in from Sony, who wants to buy this? That's gonna be a tough sell, guys. That's gonna be a tough sell. They're not gonna make their money back. $90% off. That'd be one hell of a Steam sale, you know? Fucking open the front page of Steam. Bungie sale. Bungie Steam sale. Everybody's gonna be like, oh really? I thought Destiny was free. No, Bungie. No, actually Bungie. We're not talking about Bungie games. No, we're talking about Bungie. You go buy Bungie right now. 90% off. At that point, they're just willing to take money from anyone. We just don't want to bleed money anymore. Yep. Fucking hell. Speaking of Steam, has anybody seen that they are now doing the Steam Machine 2.0? They're finally making another Steam Machine, and they're doing like pretty much a mini ITX PC. I think it's like estimated to be about $800. So I'm kind of curious, because I saw it and I was like, 100? Are you crazy? No, I said 800. 800. Yeah, estimation is like 800. To me, I was like, $800, that's like 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck. I was like trying to remember how powerful the Steam Deck was. And I was like, that sounds actually kind of feasible, and I kind of like it. And then they did like a controller, and then they made their own VR, and then they did, what was the other thing they did? I forgot. All that did was like pull most used hardware from Steam and build a mini PC out of it. Yeah. Fucking, it's a good move. I kind of like it. I kind of like the idea of like, okay, this is a direction that like it's very possible like Sony and Microsoft might kind of go in, is the direction of let's not do these big giant ass gaming consoles anymore. Let's try to make like, you know, portable PC type things, like mini PCs, and try to do that, or just go like the complete streaming market. And Steam just kind of like got ahead of them and was like, you know what, we can do this. We're just gonna do our own, and we're just gonna make it so you could do whatever operating system you want on it and expand the storage. You know, you're basically just buying a PC, it's just that Valve is making it. And pretty much everybody knows who Valve is, so, you know, you're gonna get the people who are like kind of casual gamers, and they don't want to build a PC for themselves, and they don't want to do the research, and they are going to save a little money, and they're going to go, oh, well, hold up, I can get this thing, which is kind of like a PC, and it's small and tiny. You know, like my PS4 Slim or whatever, and they're going to go, this is cool. It's pretty much about the size of like the Fire TV box or whatever. It's almost kind of the same design. I was like, alright, that's cool. Many people already have some. Well, I spend more for performance, the hardware most use, because people are broke. People are always going to be broke. It's the people who have money that they're going to go towards. This is like for the people who are like kind of casual gamers, but are like have a little bit of money they can save, or a little bit of money they can put in their pocket. I think even the Steam Deck had financing too, actually, now that I think about it. I think the Steam Deck might have had financing, so they might even have that as an option too. Like on one of their Steam websites or something. On one of Valve's websites, it had like financing or something, I think, so they may even go that route. Just for hardware, they were putting it for $600 to $800. Not a bad deal. And for $600 to $800, bad deal. I want to know more about the exact like specs that are actually in this and what they're comparable to. And I want to know, like, is this actually a pretty decent deal, or is this a pretty decent console, or like I kind of want to know, like, how many cores, how many threads are in this thing, what's like the base clock for the CPU. I want to know the base like core clock, memory clock, how much VRAM is in this. Like, I think they said it's like 16 gigs of physical memory. I'm trying to remember what I was reading. I would like to know that, and then once I know that, I'll kind of be able to make a more informed decision. But if it's like a really good piece of hardware, like really good specs, it might be decent. I like the idea of, like, let's just focus on like these mini portable PCs instead of let's make these big giant ass gaming consoles that have terrible specs. Or like minimal upgrade from the base one. Because like I remember like Sony did the PS5 and then they did the PS5 Pro, and it was pretty much the same fucking thing. And nobody could even notice a difference. So if they kind of go the route of let's do these more powerful kind of mini PCs, I'm down. Microsoft already announced they're doing that for the next system. Oh, they are doing that for the next. Oh, great. Okay, good. Yeah, so if Microsoft's doing the mini PC route too, then well, that's good. Sony's one behind still. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Sony's already working on a PSX, and then they'll probably go the route. Which Sony wants to do that. I mean, more power to them, but I don't know how that's going to work out for them. The thing that I think about though is if we go into this whole thing where Xbox and Valve and Sony are all basically just making a mini like ITX PC now, it's basically all just going to come down to like compatibility and like the specs. Nobody's really gonna like care for anything else anymore. Right? That's all it's going to be about. So whoever basically makes the best system with the most compatibility with kind of like the most bang for your buck, people are going to buy. Especially since like everything is now like crossplay. Or most things, I should say, are going crossplay. All that's public already. Check Discord when you get a minute. Okay. Is my Discord open? No, not open. Hold up. Ow. Steam machine. Okay, so 16 gigs of DDR5. Alright, that's good. Hey, hold up. I need to read this, but I don't want to die. And I'm going to. Okay, an AMD Zen 4 clocked at 4.8 gigahertz, 6 cores, 12 threads. Really? That's it? An AMD RDNA with 28 computer 8 gigs of DDR6 VRAM? What? Okay, 30 watts for the CPU, 110 watts for the GPU. I'm like, wait a minute. If that's 6 times more powerful than the Steam Deck, how bad is the frickin' Steam Deck? What AMD NVIDIA GPU compare? A 30? No way. I could have sworn a 3050 is more powerful than that. I'm pretty sure. Reading those specs, like, what the hell? Am I reading this wrong? No way. Hell? Steam Deck is limited by heat more than hardware. Oh, okay. Now do you get my judgment? A little bit more? I thought it was a lot better than that. What the hell? Oh, that's some bullshit. I mean, if it's 600 flat, I'm trying to think. $600 flat wouldn't be terrible, considering that it is pretty customizable, and that you could still put whatever operating system and stuff you want on it, unlike, you know, like an Xbox or a PlayStation or whatever. But any more than that is really kind of like begging into question of like, you should really just start looking at building a PC yourself. Because that is just not worth it. And they're kind of giving you outdated hardware. I'm actually kind of curious what games they put on their trailer now, because they listed a bunch of games that they said you could play on it or whatever. I'm kind of curious what games they listed now and what they think is like solid. That costs over 500. It's just really not a good deal. It's an okay deal. Yeah, I think like anything over 600 is kind of like getting into a point where it's like, okay. I'd like to see some excuses. I like the idea of doing like mini ITX PCs, but I thought the specs were going to be a lot better coming from Valve. And they were going to kind of realize like, oh hey, we should probably at least make sure this thing's got the power of like a, you know, a regular 3070. You know? At least has like 12 gigs of fucking like DDR6 VRAM, but okay, that's... Wow. Fucking 8 gigs of VRAM, like, jeez. Why are you... Last specs maybe a little more, yeah, like, that is insane. Nah, Valve should have done better at that. Watch them, like, release the price and it ends up being fucking $1,200. I'd just laugh my ass off. I'd be like, alright, buddy. Like, oh, alright, buddy, sure. Making a 512 gigabyte model. That is insane. I think everything should just by default go, like, be at a minimum of like 912 gigs. At a minimum, like, it, like, the fact that they are still releasing anything that's like 512 gigabytes is just like, come on. Like, you know how big games are nowadays. Like, come on. Like, that's not enough for anything. I would have done a 1 terabyte and a 4 terabyte. Yeah, I probably would have done something like that. I probably would have actually done like a 2 terabyte and a 4 terabyte. But yeah, something like that. I think only 512 is kind of pitiful. I don't know how big the difference is going to be in price there. Okay. Prepare for the boss wave. Oh yeah, and plays Dota isn't the size of other games. Well, again, that is like terrible. Yeah, anything with like only 500 gigs is crazy. I think like even back when the PS4 was released, they should have been using like SSDs though, and already been doing like 1 terabyte as a base model. So I don't know. Like that's just me. Maybe I'm a little unrealistic, but like yeah, like I said, I think even back when the PS4 was released, they should have already been using SSDs and shit. But whatever. Is what, maybe like 4 games? Yeah, maybe. But if you want to include like Call of Duty and Destiny and shit on there, you got like 2. Maybe. Fucking hell. You're dumb. Gonna play Destiny on it, COD maybe. Yeah. I don't know what people are gonna play on it, but that is just not. Damn. Though those specs are super disappointing. I thought it was gonna be a lot better. It now makes me wonder what Microsoft is gonna do. They're doing like a mini ITX, and how good their shit's gonna be. Because if Microsoft's are basically the exact same specs, that's gonna be very disappointing. We need consoles that can actually run modern games. You know? I feel like Microsoft's gonna rely heavy on streaming games over true hardware. I think... So they're doing this mini ITX PC on their next one. Then I would hope it's got pretty powerful hardware. I didn't think they were gonna do a mini ITX, or at least not right away. I figured they were gonna kind of skirt right into like just the cloud gaming platform and go solely on that. That's kind of what I thought they were gonna do. But if that's not the case, then I'm a little curious. I am never really like been into the whole cloud gaming though. I get like the concept of it, but I don't know. I wonder how big that market is realistically. Like just cloud gaming, not like their cloud gaming like subscriptions or anything like that. Like just like the cloud gaming market specifically. Like how big is that market? Like is there a huge market for people who want specifically that? That's what I'd like to know. Because for me it just doesn't, like, it doesn't work. It doesn't compute. Like I don't need it. But for other people, like, I don't know. Like Sony made that whole, what do they call it? PlayStation Portal or something like that. Which is like that little tiny touchscreen thing with the controller on the side. Which is like specifically just to connect to your like PlayStation 5 or something like that. So I wonder like how big that market actually is. Because if it's huge, then okay, maybe I could see it, right? But I remember like Microsoft even promoting cloud gaming like back in the 360 days, and I don't remember anybody really getting super excited about it. At least not anybody I know really giving a shit about it. I remember like their first big push was like the Xbox One or whatever, I think. You'd be surprised. I know a lot of people who use it because they can't afford a good gaming PC, so rely on streaming games. Really? Okay. 360 didn't have cloud gaming, it had cloud saves, most because of internet. So, you still need good internet though for this shit, wouldn't you? Like, you'd still need top tier internet. I would imagine. Like, you need at least a stable, like, 25 megs down, I would imagine. Like, this isn't like something where you can go like, oh, I'm gonna go bring my laptop and play on the hotel Wi-Fi. $25 megs is under average home internet in usage. Okay. Well, that's good. Well, if that's the average now, then that's good. Because I still know people who like have really shitty internet and they can't even get that. A lot of that's mainly because ISPs like screw people. But that's just always kind of been the case. I mean, there was that big of a community for it. That's crazy. I didn't think there'd be that big of a community for it. Although, I don't know how good it is. Maybe one day I should try it. Like, actually log on and give some cloud gaming a try. I think on NVIDIA's cloud gaming or whatever, they have Destiny with all the DLCs or whatever. On, like, their premium subscription or whatever. I might try that one day. And see how it is. And see if it's, like, actually really good for cloud gaming right now. Because I remember like the last time I tried anything cloud gaming, the input latency and shit was just terrible. Like it was so bad. You can cloud or download, and that's fine. That it's just having one of its days. Really? Okay, so it's gotten really good then. Okay. That makes me actually really want to try it then. That makes me really want to try it. I didn't realize it had gotten that good. Oh, crap. I need to try cloud gaming. I played Assassin's Creed through it. Oh, okay. I wonder, like, if cloud gaming has gotten to the level then of, like, you can play, like, a super competitive, like, first-person shooter in, like, a ranked playlist or whatever, and, like, not notice the difference. Because, like, obviously some people take that shit to another level, like, you know, shooters and stuff, like, and they go into the ranked shit, and that's like a whole fucking scene. I wonder, like, you could do that on cloud gaming and it'd still be just as good as, like, the downloaded version, if you're in that's good. That would really impress me, is, like, if some League players or whatever, like COD League players, were to use cloud gaming and actually be like, no, it's fine, like, no problem. That would be impressive. Most cloud games aren't comp games. Oh, okay, so it's still like pick and choose about what's a cloud game and what's not. Okay. So it's like a certain selection of games still, okay. Got it. Could you, like, open? Okay. Shooting them all. Yeah, like, I've never really looked into the cloud gaming that much because I've never had a need for it, so. But, okay. Intriguing. Okay. Hi, how you doing? Once I do support cloud, more of remote, so the console runs it, streams into a device you want on or off. Your net, your buddy that lives with the PC, but his console runs the game. Okay, interesting. There are a lot of cloud games, so it's like single player and co-op games, like a few shooters, not many. Oh, okay. Activities. Of course I'm doing activities. Alright, let me see if that helps me a little bit. 503? I'm getting there. Ooh. Okay, this kind of works. That's not terrible. I might keep that. What you give me here? That is not what I want. But I'll take 503s. Those are always good. Oh, I got another one of these? Really? Yeah. Okay, 491. Sir, that does not help me. 491s do not help me. $500, 502, 590, 503. Tarkov server shuts down in 4 hours. Goddamn. In just 4 hours. And then when does it come back online? Okay. Saturday morning, okay. So you got a little time to kill. What are you gonna do in between that? Other than do shorts tomorrow, but that doesn't take long. Going to be offline for 24 hours. The big update. Probably Silver PUBG. Oh, there you go. Get back into PUBG. There you go. That'd work. Are you guys all playing like Civ 7 now, or are you playing Civ 6 still? Okay. What do I want to do now? Let me see where I'm at in terms of level. So I'm roughly at about 502 right now for my power level. So I'm 48 levels away. Yeah, the grind has definitely slowed down again now that I'm at 500. That's for sure. 6? Oh, you're still playing 6? Oh, okay. 7 is getting better, but just not where I want it yet. Some more changes are coming, so I'm gonna try it again later. Oh, okay. How long was it between 6 and 7? How long was the wait between them? Expedition in Nessus. Oh no. No, I don't want that. Civ 6 was 2016. Oh, okay. So there's a good way in between them. Okay. And then you gotta wait for the mods and everything to come out to like kind of make it good. Long waits between them. I still found it so funny when like you guys were trying to teach me like Civ 6 or whatever, and we were looking through the different views or whatever, the different POVs you can have, and I had like the 3D view and I looked at it and I was kind of like, that's okay. And then I saw the top down view and I was like, I like this way more. And everybody else is just like, all right, you and Rico are fucking weird. I saw no problem. I thought the top down view was a lot better because I was like, I can see things more clearly and I can see the information and everything a lot clearly. Like this just works a lot better and this is a lot more functional. Like, the 3D view is kind of cool, but I'm like, that's more of a cinematic thing. Like that's how I looked at it. It still has an aneurysm with I share my screen and use it. It's better though. Like, I'm sorry, but the 2D top-down view, way better. Anybody who says otherwise is just wrong. It's okay, they can be wrong, but they are. Yeah, the 3D view looks cooler, and it's cooler for like cinematic and shit, but no, the top-down view is just way better. A lot more functional. Oh god. Okay, let's... For nukes, for gameplay, give me 2D. There you go. You know what? Here, I'm gonna do it this way. Rico, pick my pinnacle off. I'm letting you choose. Give me something with bonus drops, please. Be nice. You have to pick. I'm putting on the responsibility on you. Half end, you suck. You're a cock. Fucking gives me the most broken one of them all. Okay, man. Damn it. You know. Didn't say it didn't have to be broken. Fucking well, yeah, screw you. God damn it. Just always assume in the future that's a requirement. Yeah, I kind of want to play something that's not broken, Rico. I thought that was common knowledge. I guess not for some people. Damn it. You're an ass. Just had to give me the one thing. Anything else was gonna work, but no. Yeah, now I gotta find a person for it. Fucking hell. Speaking of things that are broken, Rico, I don't expect you to come back anytime soon, but you spent money on Renegades, so I assume you're gonna play that like a couple months after it comes out. Because I know you got Tarkov, so I know you're definitely not coming back anytime soon. But I assume after Renegades comes out, you're gonna probably try it once or twice. I was talking to like Eroy and all of them about it a while ago. Once I'm bored of Tarkov, at least come do the campaign. That's kind of what I figured. I was like, I know you're definitely not coming back anytime sooner than before Renegades comes out, but I figured since you bought Renegades, you'd probably at least try it. Because usually if you buy something, you'll at least give it a try. Just see what these guys are doing. A bonk and strand. I'm gonna go with funny stasis and yeah, I don't want to go. I'll keep my ear tied on and at least do the campaign and see from there. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my idea is, so usually when they do a DLC launch, I mean, I usually do like an all-day stream, and I start in the morning, but I'm not going to be doing that with Renegades. I'm just going to kind of play at nighttime and see kind of how it goes. I'll just get on at night at my normal time, and if I like it, I like it. If I don't, then I'm not gonna force myself to play it. Because I kind of see Renegades as their final attempt. So Renegades is like just complete garbage. I'm not gonna even like try to bother, you know, really getting into it seriously. I'm trying to get to 550 before Renegades comes out because the grind isn't as bad as it used to be. So I'm like, if I could try to get there, great. If I can't, then you know, it is what it is. Why'd you send me a fireteam invite? I'm the fucking leader. What are you doing? Can you not read? That says I'm the leader. And I already had sent you an invite. What the hell are you doing? I don't feel like there's going to be enough stuff at Renegades launch to do an all-day thing. That's kind of how I feel. I feel like the player base is probably going to drop after about 72 hours. And it's gonna drop pretty drastically. Like I said, I give it like a 72-hour lifetime. I don't think there's going to be a lot of shit. I don't think it's going to be very good. I don't think the campaign is going to be very great. I think the dungeon's gonna be probably... The dungeon will probably be the best part of the entire thing. The campaign will probably just be very disappointing. I just don't really have high hopes for it. And everybody that I know that has done playtesting for it has said negative things. Is Renegades launching on a Tuesday or in the end of the week? It's launching on a Tuesday. So it's launching on December 2nd, which is a Tuesday. It's going to be launching that morning at reset time. Rico, you may need to pick something else because I'm not getting anyone. Does this have, that is explosive, but doesn't have quick launch velocity or hard launch, and it's reload speed. I don't want that. Here, just infuse it. Okay. Another new player has joined. Yay. Yeah, that's really gonna hurt their 72-hour numbers because a lot of people are taking work off for it. Yeah, I mean, usually, like when it comes to the Destiny community, if a DLC launches on a Tuesday, like people will take off work for it and they will 100% do it. But for Renegades, the fact that a lot of people already know this is kind of like a side DLC that was just kind of thrown in, and a lot of like creators have already publicly gone out and said like, oh yeah, we've tried it, or like we know people who have tried it and all said that it's pretty much shit. And we've already seen some shit from it that doesn't look very good. Is just, you know, a letdown. And then, you know, we're obviously weeks off from this expansion, and the player base has hit an all-time low multiple times straight. And now we just get this freaking TWID, a response from Bungie for the first time in like 2 months, finally reaching their first statement of, oh hey, guess what? We actually do know that our player base is down. Yeah, it's just stuff like that. Like everybody's gonna look at it and go, "Come on, why would I? Like, why would I?" No, I don't think a lot of people are gonna take off work for that. If it was like Edge of Fate or Final Shape and big DLCs like that, yeah, maybe people would still take, you know, time off work even with the low numbers, but no, it's not like that. It's not going to be like that. This is just like a little collab DLC, and I don't even think it's going to be as Star Wars focused as it should be. I think it's just going to be using some Star Wars assets, and that's it. That's my bet. I don't think it's going to be a very Star Wars focused DLC at all like it should be. I think it's simply just going to be using some Star Wars assets, and that's it. That's all I think it's gonna do. If it was like a 100% like Star Wars thing, and it was like literally a complete through and through Star Wars storyline, Star Wars characters, a Star Wars dungeon, and the entire thing was actually gonna get like its own destination, like on Tatooine or Naboo or whatever, then I think a lot more people would probably play it. And I'm not like a big Star Wars guy. I'm really not. Like, I'm not a big Star Wars fan. But I know what makes money. I'm not stupid. And I know space shooter game, people immediately are going to associate that with, oh, wouldn't it be badass if it had Star Wars? Right? Like, people loved Battlefront and stuff. I'm only coming back from a lightsaber. That's fair. I do know that with the lightsaber, you can actually deflect bullets. And I think you can actually throw it as well, which is really cool. So I like that they're actually doing that instead of it's just like, oh, hey, you get this thing where, you know, you get to left click and then swipe your thing. Like, it's actually got some additional mechanics to it. Oh, hi. You just come out of nowhere and try to swipe me off the map. Lightsaber only raid when? I don't know. We will probably do one though. I'll talk to Sur City. I'll message Sur City and be like, so we're doing this, right? The second I mention it, he's probably gonna be like, okay, yep, that's happening. So I take it if we do that, you're gonna be down. And you're totally gonna want an invite. Lightsaber only root of nightmares. Oh, that'd be. Oh, that'd be great. Oh, okay. That rock apparently goes away. I didn't. Oh, okay. Don't do that. I'm gonna wait for you to go. There you go. That would be pretty badass to do a lightsaber only raid. A blaster only raid. That'd be badass. No. I could just imagine planets, step on plate, get 'em boys. I love it. I can imagine that too. That'd be great. I'll message Cersei. We're totally doing that. I'm curious if lasers will have different elements or all be the same. I think they're going to be different elements, like depending on your subclass or something. I think Bacon was talking about it the other day, and I think he said it's like based on your subclass element. I believe he was saying that, so. That isn't too bad, yeah. I mean, it'd be great if we could actually pick the color of our lightsaber and like actually modify the entire lightsaber shaft and everything, like Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor. That'd be great, but that's asking for way too much. This is Bungie we're talking about here. Like, we gotta be semi-realistic. But think about it, that gives us like green, that gives us blue, that gives us like pink, that gives us like purple, that gives us like a lot of shit, so. Layouts for customization. Yeah. No, you don't get to customize things, you have layoffs. We can't do that. And champions, gotta love it. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Damn it. Those silence suck. A microcosm? Alright. Microcosm still the play here? Alright, I'll leave you now. Food and bed. Alright, that sounds fair. Leave me in this shitty little dungeon. I know. I know, chat. Rico's a jerk. I know. He won't even play with us anymore. What a jerk. How do you get your revives back in here? Is it still like kill champions and stuff? If that's the case, are more champions going to be spawning? Why is this guy like glitching across the floor? No. Using getaway artists for that is probably a really good play. I blame Rico for that. I blame Rico for that whole thing. All his fault. Damn it. I was about to summon them both. Like, get over here. It would have been great. Alright. Oh, Guardian disconnected. Ugh. I'm gonna try. I want to try something. This. 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh. Oh wait, we have 3 people in here, Ian. Summon? No, this guy left. Okay, boot. Yeah. Guardian has left your thing. Lovely. Because that's what I want. And now we wait. I guess. We wait. Or we go do something else. We ignore Rico. I think I like that idea. Yep. I think I like that idea more. Ignoring Rico is probably always a good idea. Should probably do that more often. He might disagree, but frick, I don't have like that much like bonus drop stuff to do right now. And like, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna get the tower. Hang on a sec. What level am I? 502? Yeah, see, I'm only 502 and I don't have like a shit ton of bonus trucks and stuff. Hi. What are you doing here? Come on, load me in the tower. Please. That'd be nice. I would like that. Oh. Is it gonna work? Sir? You're gonna load me in the tower now. Okay. I guess not. Alright, game doesn't want to load me into the fucking tower. So, I am going to call it there for night. We've been streaming for like 3 hours. So, I'm going to just call it there for night. Thank you, buddy, for coming by. We will be live again tomorrow. I was really hoping this grind was going to be off to a better start. This is going to be a very slow process, and I have a feeling I'm not going to get anywhere close to 550. I have a feeling. So I don't know. We're going to have to see. But thank you, buddy, for coming by, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.